Hey, it's Jerry, and I'm going to show you how to make some gluten-free tortillas. Now these are very easy to make, and they taste great. There's just a couple little secrets that I'm going to have to show you that make them a little bit easier to handle. So what we're going to start off with is I've got a bowl, and I'm going to put a half a cup of rice flour in. Now you can use other types of flour. You could experiment if there are other types of flours you might like better, but this is what I prefer. And so we have a half cup of rice flour and a quarter cup of garbanzo bean flour. Okay, so basically you need 3/4 cup of total flour, whatever combinations you like to use. And then I'm going to add to that a quarter cup of arrowroot starch. Now you can use other types of starches as well, but basically quarter cup of starch. So we have 3/4 cup of flour combination and a quarter cup of starch, so we basically have a cup of these main dry ingredients. Then I'm going to add to that a teaspoon of Xanthan Gum. And if you've seen my other videos, you know I've used that before. That basically helps to hold everything together, since we don't have gluten. And I'm going to add to that a half a teaspoon of baking powder. And you can also add salt to this if you like a little saltier. I tend not to use salt if I don't absolutely have to, so I'm going to leave the salt out. So basically mix up those dry ingredients. And then I'm going to add to that some olive oil. Basically about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And you just kind of want to mix that with the dry ingredients until it's all mixed up. Okay, so now we're going to add to that some hot water. Now this will kind of depend on how much you need to get the right consistency. I'm just going to pour about half a cup of hot water, and just add that a little bit at a time. And you'll start to get a very sort of sticky dough consistency to it. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Work it with your hands. You kind of knead it together with your hands. All nice and mixed together. We're going to take this dough and divide it into 4 pieces, 4 equal pieces. So we're going to make 4 tortillas. So we're just going to work with one at a time and take the rest and just put a cloth, maybe a damp cloth, if you have one available, just lay it over the top of the bowl and put that aside. What I've got now is a couple of pieces of wax paper. And that's going to help to keep the rolling pin from sticking to the dough. So we're going to take some rice flour and sprinkle it on one piece of wax paper. And we're going to put the dough on. Just sort of press it down with the palm of your hand. Get it nice and round. And then we're going to put some more rice flour on top of that. And then take the other piece of wax paper, put it on top. And then we're going to roll that very carefully. Try to keep it as round as you can. Okay, then we're going to carefully peel off the wax paper. And then put it back on top again, and now flip both pieces together. And now peel off the other side. Alright, now we've got a skillet, and we want to heat the skillet up so we have it nice and hot. Okay, now once you've got the skillet good and hot, we want to first just brush off any excess flour from the wax paper so we don't make a mess. And then we're just going to take it and flip it on top of the skillet, upside down. So flip it. And we're just going to let that cook on one side until it starts to bubble on the top side. Alright, so once you see it start to bubble on the top side, flip it over. And we're just going to cook it for a few more seconds on the other side. Just put it on a plate and repeat for the rest of the tortillas. Okay, so here we have our finished tortillas. You can see they're nice and soft. You can roll them, make enchiladas, burritos, whatever you like with them, or just eat them as they are. So try them yourself at home and enjoy.